Hi guys, it's January. January for me is the month of calving. It's my favorite time of the year. I love calving. We calve January through February, 60 days. So where I'm standing right now is the main calving barn. Down there is the group of cows that are the closest to calving. And then the ones up on the hill are the ones that are a little bit further away. Every day I sort 1 or 2 cows off to bring them down up to the close-up pen, so that I can monitor them and watch them a little bit more closely while they're calving. So in case they have troubles, or really so because it's really cold out, and so then they're inside when they calve and the calves stay warm and they don't get cold. So the cows are down there most of the day. They go down there to eat, and then at night I tuck them in and I close the door. We built this shed ourselves 2 years ago. My dad and I and my little brother did, and it was a lot of work, but it was well worth it. We bed it down with straw, so there's nice fresh dry bedding in here. We can put about 50 cows in here. With 50 cows in here, you don't have to heat it. It stays fairly warm with the cows. This year, new to us is camera system. Usually when we're calving, I let the cows in to eat at 6 at night. I put them to bed at 10, so I lock them in the barn here. And then I come back out at like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning to check them. And then I come back out at 5 in the morning to check them and let them out of the barn. And then my day starts at 5. And then throughout the day, I check them every 2 hours to make sure nobody's calving. But when you check at night, we don't like to walk through the whole barn, because then all the cows get up. And it seems like when they get up, then they want to calve more. So if you just leave them alone and you leave them lay at night, they won't calve quite as much. But then the problem is you stood at the door here, and you had to look way down at the other end of the barn, and you weren't sure if you were seeing a cow calving or if you could or what. So now we have a camera system. They're just like security cameras, only we use them for our cows. We have one here and one down at the other end of the barn. So this one's looking that way and that one's looking this way, so there's no blind spots in my corners. And it's really neat because then when it's really cold out, which is like the worst thing in the world, is to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning out of your warm bed, put your coveralls on over your pajamas, and come back outside when it's like negative 20 degrees out. Where now that the camera system we have, you can get up, look at the monitor, see if anything's doing anything. If nothing's doing anything, then you can go back to bed and you don't have to come outside. You don't have to worry about walking through the cows or missing something. So that's really nice. So that's the camera system. It's all wireless. The cameras have wires. And then once you get to the house, from the barn to the house is wireless, just like your internet. We'll go inside now and I'll show you the monitor and the view of the cameras. It's not going to be a whole lot of action, but yeah. Okay, so now we're in the house. It is utter mass chaos in here, but it's calving season and it just gets to the dogs. But anyway, this is the monitor, and what this is doing is this is showing what the cameras, those cameras that we saw out in the barn, this is showing what's on the cameras. So this is the door right here that I was standing probably right here. And this is the camera in the back looking forward, and this is the camera in the front looking back. And it is actually turned over to night vision now. These can see in the dark. And so it monitors on there. And then at night, when we're sleeping, in case we need to do something, we can record what's going on. So then you just go on here and you select your recording, and then you click save. And then to see what you've been recording, you go to here, and this will show you what this was earlier today. And you can see that it's in color now because it was earlier today. And there's no cows in there. The cows they don't usually go in there during the day unless it's really cold out. It's kind of funny because you walk outside and they're all laying in there and they look at you when you come to the door like, you want something? It's cold outside. We don't want to come out. So it's kind of nice. But yeah, we're 20 calves in to the calving season. I had 2 more this morning. So we're getting there. We got quite a few to go yet, so it'll be a while.
The stockyard, it's my backyard. That's where I grew up. I drank my first beer, I caught my first tear on the corner of North and Main. Down the bricks of Exchange, I felt so strange. She reached out and gave me a kiss. And in the shadows of downtown, I hung around to find me a gold buckle queen. Well, in the stockyard, it's my backyard. That's where